Rare earth elements, vital for tech's tomorrow. Nations vie for wealth. Welcome to AI News Brew, your source for objective, fact-based news from around the world. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating and often contentious world of rare earth materials. These elements, despite their name, are not actually rare, but their importance in modern technology and geopolitics cannot be overstated. Let's start with a recent development that's sending shockwaves through the global auto industry. China, the world's largest producer of rare earth elements, has been tightening its grip on exports. This move has left automakers worldwide scrambling to secure their supply chains. Just yesterday, China approved some rare earth export applications, citing rising global demand. However, this comes after months of restrictions that have already impacted production lines. Suzuki Motor in Japan has been forced to halt production of its popular Swift model due to these restrictions, marking the first Japanese automaker to feel the pinch. Meanwhile, in the United States, the top 3 automakers have been granted temporary 6-month export licenses from China, providing a brief respite in an otherwise tense situation. The impact of these restrictions extends far beyond the automotive sector. Aerospace and semiconductor industries are also feeling the heat, exposing vulnerabilities in global supply chains. In response, we're seeing companies like TSMC doubling down on efforts to diversify. Despite the challenges, TSMC has committed to a $100 billion investment in Arizona, highlighting the urgency of reducing dependence on a single source for these critical materials. Now let's shift gears to how individual companies are navigating these choppy waters. Ford's chief financial officer, Sherry House, recently addressed the company's strategies for dealing with rare earth mineral supply chain disruptions and tariff impacts. Ford is exploring options to move production to the United States to mitigate tariff exposure. We can expect more details on the economic impact in Ford's upcoming Q2 earnings report. But it's not just about adapting to China's policies. There's a race to develop alternative sources of rare earth materials. In a significant breakthrough, Australian firm Lynas has become the first commercial producer of heavy rare earths outside of China. They've successfully produced dysprosium oxide in Malaysia and plan to start terbium production next month. This development could be a game-changer for the global rare earth supply chain, potentially reducing the world's dependence on Chinese sources. The geopolitical implications of rare earth materials extend beyond just industrial applications. They've become a bargaining chip in international relations. For instance, the recent economic deal between the United States and Ukraine involves creating a fund to attract global investment to Ukraine, with a potential focus on rare earth materials. This follows President Trump's earlier indications of wanting access to Ukraine's rare earth materials as a condition for continued U.S. support. Speaking of President Trump, his administration has been making bold moves in this arena. He recently signed an executive order to accelerate deep-sea mining for critical minerals in U.S. and international waters. The objective is clear: boost U.S. access to vital resources and counter China's dominance in the critical minerals industry. The potential impact is staggering, with estimates suggesting it could boost GDP by $300 billion over 10 years and create 100,000 jobs. However, this move has faced criticism from environmental groups and other nations, highlighting the ongoing debate between economic interests and environmental concerns. The rare earth saga is also playing out in unexpected places. Greenland, for instance, recently held parliamentary elections amid discussions about independence from Denmark. While independence wasn't on the ballot, the election occurred against a backdrop of increased international attention due to Greenland's strategic location and, you guessed it, its potential rare earth resources. As we wrap up, it's clear that rare earth materials are far more than just components in our smartphones and electric vehicles. They're at the heart of a complex web of international relations, economic strategies, and technological advancements. From the halls of power in Washington and Beijing to the depths of the ocean and the icy expanses of Greenland, the quest for these elements is shaping our world in profound ways. Thank you for tuning in to AI News Brew. We're committed to bringing you objective, fact-based news from around the globe. A special thanks to those who support our independent research and publications. Remember to follow AI News Brew for more in-depth analysis of the stories shaping our world. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.